Testing. Let me make sure. To keep from the condensation. When went down the street, grabbed a koozie. Tuppence. So pretty much any of the hooks that I get in the next few weeks to months will be from Tuppence. It's a local tackle shop here. Pretty well dealing solely in saltwater. However, if you need rope, let me just make sure. Alright, that's the one. If you need rope, nuts, bolts, they got it all. They have a lot of stuff, accessories, so like watertight containers for your phone or keys. Koozies. I don't have any jungle cock, but I found these these tips to, I'm guessing some form of pheasant feathers or turkey neck feathers. I'm not too sure. But I cut the tips off and I thought maybe this will be good. Maybe not for this is specifically, but like, yeah, like that. Maybe. Because it'll be tucked behind black a little bit. So, got the 33 spooled. Now, it's a Zebco reel, so super affordable. But here, let me grab a sinker so I can keep the. Oh, okay, never mind. The Zebco 33 reel, lightweight reel. However, the new ones are just no bueno. What was I thinking? The new ones are no bueno. Newer ones, not really sure when it's from, but it's pretty well plastic. Let me just get this line tucked a little bit. And the older ones are a delight. This was $12 free shipping, and it came pre-spooled. And it's not the worst thing. It just it's really rickety, and it feels like it's about to bust at any second. Nice and smooth though. The older one, however, see the size difference. It's just beefier, and it's like all metal, really smooth. And this you could get for like 15 bucks on eBay. And I figured this would be a little better on this. And this rod is just a Shakespeare or Ugly Stick GX2, and it has 25 bucks free shipping. It was on sale. Free shipping. Oh, wait. I really like carrying this around because it's 2 pieces, so it fits in the backpack. Let me put this in the cart so it's ready. Tomorrow is pretty much all day appointments, but the next day I'm hoping to bring a few of these out. And that, it casts so much better. The other one just feels stuck. But it could go on a little folding pole or something. And I think the line on it is 8 pounds. The line on that is 10 pounds. But It's really fun for the bait fish because at the pier, and a lot of those fish I'm trying to catch to eat, so I want to see the tail. Oh. Do I prefer a thick or a long rod? I messed up once. I just wanted a beefy thing for the pier, but I can't cast it at all. So that is what I call my live bait. I can't cast it at all. It's another ugly stick. I think I only have ugly sticks. They're really affordable. And when they go on sale, it's like 25 bucks free shipping. I really want the big water one, but something a little thinner, easier to cast, because my cast is pretty dang weak, so I don't really feel shame like that. It takes practice, and one day I'll get better, hopefully. And hey. I like long ones, I guess. I like short ones because could take them more places, but I prefer long ones. So I try to get ones that could break into two, because you never know what kind of vehicle I'll have to transport them in. So maybe another one of these bait fish. I should say that real quick. Code Lock, who's on here sometimes. The biggest fish I've ever caught personally. Not that big, to be totally honest. Probably, see, I hooked something really, really big, and it breached the water. We think it was a tarpon, but it was really embarrassing. My knot failed, and then the second time it spat it out. But the biggest probably is the ladyfish last time. I'm talking recently, like throughout all history. I have little to no recollection, but the ladyfish was a nice size, and brought it home and made like nuggets. What do you call those? Like fritters with it. And caught a bass not too long ago before coming out here in the lake. Largemouth bass, but it wasn't very big. It was pretty small. But let's see. Been pretty much only taking the super lightweight rod that I had out. So a lot of little guys, but on a mission to eat smaller fish. And Code Lock's grandpa made this in Scotland. Rest in paradise. What? Milk him by Tataloo? Very nice. Am I hallucinating? Let me go on at odd times. Hey, okay. How you doing today? I'm not Amish, but would love to hang out with I bet they have a lot of good tactics for food acquisition. But I speak and I say nothingness. But that's it. So I don't have diamond braid, so I used a little bit of the crystal flash as a belly, but I just tied it on one side, and with poor planning, I only tied it on, poor planning, so I tied it in two separate areas. I tied in twice, and I think I'm gonna make another one of those, so I have no qualms about throwing it into the water, and pretty soon I'll be able to swim where I test these. This episode is brought to you by Tuppence. It's But I love the heck out of that shop for all kinds of stuff. Picked up these two to tie on. Like, I know now you can cut the barbs off. My favorite artist, okay, probably my personal favorite like band, I guess, is Pinback. I really like Pinback a lot, but I like all music. I'll check out Tattaloo. Cooper, who comes around sometimes, recommended a good deal of stuff, and I can't find the screenshot. But always really grateful for music recommendations, because pretty much all my favorite music has come about by recommendations. No Alibi, Lure, Alien Jig, Red Bass, Black Bass, Speckled Trout, Snook, Permit. I love the art in the background. Fixing to see that in a second. They're on sale, as you can see. However, if you can see like that little catcher, it goes totally around. Totally around. Oh. Do I play? I play the guitar and piano poorly. Self-taught, enjoy both thoroughly, just not not that good. Like, I tried doing like finger picking, but I pretty much just like these are nice. Need to grab the scale to weigh it. Well, quarter ounce, of course, it's in the package, but I think that'll be nice and easy to tie onto. I want something thick, like maybe rabbit, like around here to make that kind of conical. I don't know, but these are really nice. I don't think I'm going to try to put lead on this one, because going to be fishing near rocks pretty much solely, multitask a little bit. The rocks pretty much is what you would want to swim around, more to see. Oh, another thing. So, got these permit. Oh yeah, alright, cool. I got some streamer hooks. Well, you know, I don't know if they're considered streamer hooks, however, they got a nice gap and all that. Slightly offset, which I have experience not to be able to tell you if that's ideal or not, but it is what it is. Outfish Ontario, yeah, that's why I really am looking to learn all the unregulated fish and the small fish, because it does hurt coming back with an empty cooler. I don't know how you fish if it's like how do you fish? Oop. Up there, okay. Ontario. Where is that? What side is that on? So let's see. So I forgot what I was doing. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, okay. Hudson Bay, whoa. I like Superior. And Hudson Bay, that's saltwater, I guess. Fed by... Oh, the Labrador. I was hearing about that. The current. Mm. Mm. Whoa, that's it. Nantucket is out there. That is sweet. It's a surreal spot. Whoops. Kind of fun poking around the map. So I found another aluminum canoe. Alright, let me grab the thing. It's over here. There's a few things. Because I really want to get out there. And there's a few things that, well, that is just a skirt. But these, never seen them before. Tomorrow I'm going to go back and grab the smaller ones. But I've never seen these before with the cording. And they're fished like a jig. Oh, wild. And some of the other ones have 2 hooks. I forgot what they called. Yeah. Like an assist? I don't know. But I was down to try new things. And sales section is a good spot for that. Pick up things you've never heard before. It's not too much of an investment or anything like that. And these are by T&A Jigs, handcrafted in Port St. Lucie. Triple Tail Tim 8 at yahoo.com if you're interested. Pompano teaser. Pompano is my grandpa's favorite fish to eat. But I'm thinking I can make a ton of these. Because pompano, like I was looking to get quite a few pompano jigs, but I figured get the loose stuff and just, you know. Oh my gosh, Freddie, I appreciate that. Hope your day is golden. This, oh yeah, sorry. Meant to hold up both. But I had old live bait hooks, but I wanted new ones. But the ones I had were quite large. And these are just ideal live bait laser sharp eagle claw. However, I realized when I got back, holy crap, I was like, I've seen this hook before, like this exact one, like size, everything. So really stoked on that. Really thick thread they use. I want to see what they go after so I can better figure out what I could produce to get some. I really want to focus on permit because they're in every single one of the swimming spots. Excluding in the beach. Don't really see them out there. Maybe deeper, I don't know, but I don't go too deep in the open ocean. I do not. Born and raised swimming in that thing. I do not go that deep. Unless I have like a paddleboard or something like that to rest on. Because I'm like, some depths, like if I drop anything, can't recover it. And here's another thing in Pompano jig, which grew up with tons of things like this. Jig head and like some form of skirt. Ones like these, almost like schminnows, but they're jigs. They like if I would hear these called bucktails, and I never really knew these ones or really noticed the difference. But these ones are called, I already forgot. Jeez, my brain. But you know, your quintessential saltwater or any water really. And that's bucktail marabou. I found some really nice jig heads. I just gotta get some model paint they only had 3 packs. Packs of 3, so what? Oh, appreciate that. Fist hair and flash. Which one is that? This hair. Oh, this? Yeah, they didn't do the best job cutting them. They're $1 each. You rip them off a big thing. Grab them so I could like tie along with them a little bit, maybe. I couldn't feel those barbs or even a rod in there. Like it's just hook. And they had, I wish I took a picture, it would be on that phone. They had 1 pack that was big old jig heads, but no like bar, like this section. It didn't have this, it was just that big round. I really wanted to grab a pack with it. It was either like 2 large ones or a pack of 3. Oop, sorry. And I'm still kind of, I don't know where to start tying onto jigs. But I think this was like what I'll get the most use out of personally, and be able to cast. And these are really nice. And they had a bunch of these on the sale rack. But you see it's rounds. So it's a little uniform, and maybe they'll even help materials like poof out. I don't know if that's like, or like put like the tail part down. I really just don't know where to start. This rabbit fur thing looks great wet, and I want to make ooh. I like these. The colors were really nice. I would definitely wear these if I could, but pompano jig and nice and weight, and like that produces so much movement. So I feel like I would have a really easy time fishing with this, especially in areas I could swim. But there's that spot yesterday, the random stream. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but there was I totally forgot. There's that waterway in between the intercoastal and the beach, and ooh, a little cleaner, but not by much. But that is a hot spot for the mangrove snapper and snook. Snook mainly. Tis the season until May 1st, and I keep meaning to go to the spillway. Can get a little sketchy back there, so I do exercise the buddy system when fishing the spillway. I mean, I never been bothered, but it does get a little too like, I don't know. It's a really, really good spot. But I have to look up, I forgot when that gate opens. It's a spillway, so the gate opens to let the water through. And the snook come in from the ocean and wait for those small fish. And here in Lake Worth, snook is a pretty dang big deal. Even in the fishing encyclopedia right there, when you look up snook, that's from like the 60s, that book. Lake Worth. I did bring my Florida books. I wanted to start reading excerpts from them, because a lot of stuff isn't online. I mean, I'm sure now, but my whole life has been really obsessed with this state. I go to the Florida rooms. A few of the libraries will have what they call like a Florida room, and it's just a bunch of Florida history. To the barb. So let's do a little bit before. I'm sorry, let me zoom in. Is there anything I have to do before I I have to remember to not power chug carbonated beverage when mic'd. Meditate the burps away. Works every time. I think that's it. Alright, getting right into it. I think that's it. Oh, there's a big monster. Every single time I go to grab some packs of hooks to experiment on, it's like my brain goes blank. And like they have worm hooks that have a really good space between the eye and the actual curve of the hook, and maybe that will be ideal to tie some kind of bend backs on. I can't bend some of these hooks very well. They're very strong. And so I was thinking maybe worm hooks, so it's nice. And I've seen quite a few patterns on worm hooks, but anyway, I'm rambling now. I shall return just to do one thing. I cannot seem to find it. Alright. Alright. I just forgot how to drive this thing. I could get it closer, but oh, I usually will slip a few times, but I really, really, really enjoy wrapping things in this. I think it's splashy boo, but I feel like I'm forgetting something. I think this is... I'm gonna do this one in 2 stages too. I have failed to think up another way to tie it. I might as well tie it exactly the same. And I tied it in the style of making it up as you go. Oh man, I already messed up. I meant to start this tinsel up here and go back down. I get that light. They're like really close together. Low and slow. I did mean to bring that Walmart party ribbon. A few more things. Then I'll be making some bigger. Ooh. Ooh, can breathe again. Now, for the belly, it's a little unorthodox maybe, but I'm starting to realize that you can just do things. No worries. And, like, very different variations. It's just also endless. Ron here, if you see in the comments, has a channel that uploads prolifically, and variations too. Really beneficial to see all that. So what I came to do is put a bunch of crystal flash, and then later I'll be tying it in at the back, and that's the belly. Ow, I was stuck. Just like a few wraps to kind of dictate to the material what direction it's gonna exist in. And then Bam. Since this is a larger hook, get the bodkin. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it's raining pretty good. Try that again. Just trying to get it. Ooh. Yeah. Now I'm not sure if this strip is too thick. This episode of Little House on the Prairie that's on. Whoa. I can't stop listening to this episode. Just trying to make. Oh, this isn't Little House on the Prairie, it's the other. Well, not the other, totally different shit. It's not looking as nice, but maybe this one I'll add some hackle, because I didn't. Pink. I have pink and hackle. Or maybe a different color. Oh, how about this? It's really just, color for color. Maybe. Ooh, that's nice. Grab one feather, a few, because you may do. Oh, let me grab this. Oh, mommy. Alright. No. Like, Warcraft PlayStation 1 games says no. Or no. Something. This commercial plays every 2 seconds. Some Lion King, like, all you hear is, I don't mind. I'm not complaining. Nothing against her. But it's just, it gets stuck in my head, I guess. So maybe? It's a little long, though. This rain is a little too relaxing. I might take this off, but not sure. Oh, mommy. Hope everyone's day is golden. I really. And Freddie, how you been? I know that's really belated, but I really appreciate y'all sticking around in this strange period of my life. Getting these fibers. Oh, that's what MeTV stands for? Memorable Entertainment? Mm. Nerve-wracking. Let me just... Mm. Oh, it's so rough here. Slowly showing signs of progression, but rate keeps dropping. I'm kind of on autopilot with the treatments now. Oh, wow. I'm sorry I haven't looked up. I have hardly blinked, to be fair to myself. I'm like crazy sunburn. Well, windburn. Just walking around. Finally walking around. Pakistan. Hey, oh, 5 Minute Cray, how you been? I really appreciate the outfish Ontario. I almost said outboard Ontario. Fish freshwater, very cool. So would that be I cannot wait to see one in the Great Lakes, like in my dad's hometown, Erie, Lake Erie. In Pennsylvania. Yeah, let me grab my dad a water real quick. I heard him ask for one, but I don't know if my mom heard. I'll be right back. Oops. See, I'm not sure if that's too long. Here, I wanted to test something real quick. Sorry about that. Whoops. My parents are going to sleep, so trying to make sure they don't need it. My mom forgets sometimes that I eat to live. I don't live to eat. Not anymore, anyway. Hey, visiting here. Yeah. So, started by been wanting to make some zonkers for a while because the rabbit fur, I read how well it holds water, and when something's sopping wet, it's heavy, so I figured it might be the best thing to learn how to cast with, and I didn't have any of this diamond braid. However, I used some crystal flash in the belly. Just tying onto one side, and I quite like how it came out. Excuse me. But due to poor planning, I kind of tie a little arse backwards. I'm not sure how to tie that in first to where I'll have the red belly. Ooh, it's getting hot back here. I might change. Oop. Just gotta get this stuff to stay back. Oop. Caught it. Alright. Not sure how I'm going to get the flash and not tie anything else in. Alright, maybe. Delicately. Oop, I dropped it. Get that separated. And hoping to try this over the rocks, and this will be a nice like sunset, setting sun, some setting sun fun. Oh gosh, it's just a little difficult. My mom just says she's going to bed. Now she's having a TV party.
Okay.
Getting my dad a rag. I think. Oh.
Thank you.
I already got one. Ow. I just overheard it. It was already up. Toddy. Yeah, I'm really aching to get out and do something. Tomorrow is going to be all day appointment. 4 hours of chemo, but only 15 minutes of the radiation. That's every day though. And not sure how many weeks left. Time is a blur. I really wish I thought about the hackle though. It's very in the way. For my arse backwards tying. Oh boy. My mom's like the sweetest human. So she gets really sad when the St. Jude commercials come on. The problem is, they come on all day, every day. Which, you know, always like. It's one of the main places. Eventually, I want to start volunteering. Any place, really. I was gonna ask the. What is it called? The VA. Because I was right near it for. Well, partly near it sometimes. And I do like volunteering because there's really like no strings attached. And you get out there, have an experience or two, meet a bunch of really, really awesome people. Ooh, hoo, hoo. That could have been bad. I really don't like this glue much, unfortunately. I don't know if you can. And the cool thing is, I really appreciate that visiting here. It's got give to it, like the diamond braid. And I can imagine could put even more. I think next time I do something with foam, I've been wanting to ask this for a minute. Is there like a fly that is like, you know, a dead fish? Because oftentimes you'll see, you know, a floater or two. And I've seen like patterns of wounded fish. Thought that was pretty clever. Ooh, I gotta pay better attention. That, or to that side more often. Oops. No! No, 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 no. No! Oh, disaster. Shit! Oh, it's everywhere. This fucking stuff. I hate it so much now. Mom! You know. Shoot, I gotta rinse this like right now. Alright, where did it go? Crap, where did it go? Oh, okay. God damn. Head cement everywhere. I cannot get over that. Oh man, my whole rabbit strip is soaked. I don't have my holder with me, but like... Should just like soak it. I have paper towels. Please be very careful. There's a hook there. I spilled an entire bottle of head cement. This is why I work on a giant piece of wood, though. Oh man, it's everywhere. Shoot. Oh, it's everywhere. I spilled a whole bottle of head cement. Oh no. Yeah. At least it's like water based. I don't know what that means, but I don't even know where to start, honestly.
Would it tip over?
Yeah, I knocked it right over. crap. Now I really don't have any glue. I'm out of penetrator. Which is a glass bottle, so it's a little sturdier. Lefty Cray did say that more head cement ends up on the desk than... Ugh, it's so tacky. Great. Good. I like that. That's lovely. Yeah. Maybe damp ones. Oh, this is, you know, it's not totally empty, but I definitely cemented. Yeah. But I will say, this cleaned up really well. All things considered. Oh, shades. Oh, it's all over the place. Dang, 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 dang. I mean, that's not the worst thing that's happened to me. A forever stream. Okay, well, did I even get glue on on the, oh boy, that cleaned up really well. So maybe for a while I should stick with something that cleans up well, or finally make one of those foam blocks. So maybe I'll try to hold it. Oop. It's just getting it on, but then smooth sailing. So like that, and then like, oh, kind of work it down in there. I'm so tacky right now. Zappa Gap, I do need some of that, so. Paper towel. I cannot believe I see, like, when I heard Lefty say that in one of those, like, fighting DVDs, there was a surge of fear, because it's like, oh my gosh, because, like, resin, UV resin, oh, that is a true nightmare spilling. Like, the best you could do is essentially just cure it and try to, like, scrape it off. There's one fiber, so I just kind of go through and pull them at a random. Yeah, got it. Holding my breath. That's an important part of all crafts. I don't think ever makes it to the instructions. Like, hold breath and proceed to step 3. This is the second attempt at this kind of rabbit. Oh gosh. Put that down real quick. Alright, very scary. Very scary. Good night.
Good night, sweetheart.
Thank you for helping me clean up my
Don't be up too late.
my hobby. Yeah, tomorrow is gonna be brutal. But it's only on Tuesdays. But it's 4 hours. In the coldest room I think I've ever been in. So at the end of this, I think I'm going to also put some, like, whatever penetrator you could kind of scoop out of the case, or bottle rather, just to extra secure, like, those crystal flash fibers. They are very slippery. Wow, good job. I am so sorry about that. Whoa. Yeah, I think definitely going to be keeping a spray bottle of water and one of, I guess, alcohol. What is the, like, in case that happens again. What's a protocol that's, okay, chopping some fiber. This is the only part that really makes me nervous. So, alright. Because, still gotta chop these last bits. Attach the rabbit. Oop. Oh. No. I knocked into that just ever so slightly. I brought my old vise only because it seems to be just, I don't know, hyper beginner friendly or something. 'Cause especially when I'm not streaming, like if I'm listening to music, I knock that, like, not even like a little bit, and it releases pretty instantly. All too instant. Get that bottle away from me. Moved it. Gosh, this rain is nice. Backtrack a little bit. Oh gosh. It just that is one of those nights, huh? Oh, excuse me. Collect myself, holy trucks. Oh yeah, let's get all the fibers. Probably knocked that hook a little too much. Oh. First few of anything I attempt anyway usually is just absolute chaos. And then could start to tie it a little bit more efficiently, not forget steps or like every first attempt, or every fly I first started trying to learn would forget flash like every single time. I don't want to go so far down, but I just wanted to kind of like, I guess like have it a little more finished looking. Alright. Yeah, I really have to figure a different process for this one, but I really like how it comes out. And I'm more than happy to suffer through a little bit for decent, or at least like an outcome that, like, get a personal, like, yeah. I'm just mostly excited. Oh, what was on my lap? I have no idea. Mostly excited to get out there and in the water. Is that me? Oh. I gotta go check on that rabbit strip in there real quick. Do I have a piece of wire? Eh. Had that again. Nerve-wracking. And then, so I'll also finish it right here, because that's really all I can figure out. Oh, I guess I could finish it in the back. That's probably not good to have it like that. Shoot. just get these hackle fibers out. Alright. Ah! God, no way. No way. Oh my god. My tear ducts are reacting. I just can't wait to have a desk. This wood moves so much. But the device doesn't fit on the table. And I couldn't really figure out how else to attach it. Breathe, woman. Well, now I really don't have it. Oh my god. My hand is so sticky with substances known to the state of California. This, yeah, I need to get out there. Dropped it. Oh, I hate opening this bottle. I'm gonna give myself a complex here. I didn't want that much to go on that. I also didn't want that to be so, how would you like put it? Gappy. I didn't want that at all. So, I don't know, maybe it's too late for a walk. It's a nice area, but woohoo. You don't walk at night, you like walk and sprint randomly. And I think just not sure on that. Here, let me close that bottle first. I'm covered. So, let me check that strip real quick. Oh, yeah, oh, crap. Forgot. Forgot it was. It's feeling fine. Berry juice leaked out of the free. Oh no. Wow. That's funny. Did that just happen, Code? I just spilt this thankfully water-based head cement twice. Oh, let me just show this. This is my mom. In, I guess, the 80s. The squirrels are... Okay. The squirrels out there are vicious. Don't see too many of them. Not quite like here. Well, at least that's... That's really sticky. No feathers will blow off of that. Like water, maybe? Oh. Oh, no. That is real sticky. Do I just let it, like, dry? Oh. Can you hear that? That's real sticky. I remember once, see, like, I grew up eating beets, but from a jar, to be totally honest. So when I started bringing fresh beets around from the produce places, I cooked them for my parents once with onions, but I forgot to tell them that if they go to the bathroom and it appears visually concerning, it's just the beets. And I called the next day, but it's like, I guess, yeah. So my dad was like sitting there on the couch all concerned, and then I called and was like, hey, yeah. So I just think of that. Maybe alcohol. I'm not sure where it is. I knew I should have put a silicone mat down. Let me think. I have hand sanitizer like spray. Is that useful? I remember now. Yeah. I brought it yesterday. God, I'm glad I had this stuff the other day. Just this, the Dr. Bronner's thing. But I was near like Osborne. Holy trucks! Picked up a snail shell. And it had some like remnants in it or something, because it smelled real bad. Cannot even think of anything clever. Just bad. Like lingering. Like this hand sanitizer didn't. Ew. Oh man. What is that? Oh, is that the glue? Ew. Oh man. Got a few more weeks probably of this plank of wood. I mean, unless I could find something better. Like a little rolly table or what have you. Dang. Well, it's very sticky. Yes. Yes. Well, here's the bait fish. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Real stoked on this. Didn't add any weight to it. However, rabbit strip. So, read good things about these. Holding water. And like, that'll add a lot of weight. All sopping like. But that's the first attempt. It's based off of Code Lock, which is right there, his grandpa's fly. The hackle's a bit long. But I'm gonna try to retie it. This is also for sale. I always forget to say that. Gonna put it on Marketplace. All the shells are intact. I'm gonna try to keep it that way, so that tis why. Is my dad sells antiques and stuff. But alright. Ooh, I put it down on a piece of foam. Oh. So this is the fly that I'm trying to recreate. I'm gonna be using its like sundown salt water. Oh man, my heartbeat has not caught up. Gosh. So did them last night, and then that red, true to the original, which is a truer. Throw these on here. Apologies for the chaos. Nerve-wracking. Dang it. But here we are. How is y'all's night going? I hope it's going swimmingly. I like that that's a thing to say. I hope your day's. I think it is. Swimmingly. Oh gosh. I like crushed everything also. Dang. Is there anything else under here? Nope. I am finding more puddles of head cement. Yes. Very good. I think I have some like Googling to do. Oh, very cool. Similar to these little things or the rabbit strip. I am trying to find some patterns for these before I forget. That barb goes all the way around, and I did finally on the way out see some jigs that didn't have any barb, or like this lead doesn't go all the way down. It was just at the end of the hook, and they looked really nice, and they had a lot of weight to them, which would probably be the easiest to cast. I do have that bait caster set up, but I don't know if I got the wrong one, to be totally honest. But you know the floats, the clear ones? Let me just grab it. I thought you could open them to put water in it for extra weight. I could be mistaken. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, just this. I thought, yeah, like, to be totally honest, or like, took this out. But you don't? I'm entirely sure. But got this in hopes to help get them out there. And pretty soon we'll be able to swim. The zonker, hey! Permit was my grandpa's favorite fish to eat. So really, very nice. Really need to learn as much as I can. I was fixing to get, before learning or trying to learn how to tie flies and make lures in general, that was one of the things I was trying to scoop up was permit or pompano rigs and pompano. Permit and pompano I get confused all the time. And hello, Jimmy Our Adventures. Whoa. Whoa. Very cool. Happy nights, Golden. The water bobbers will have rubber stoppers on the end. Maybe I just have to look more. They have so much in that store. That store's been around since 1956. Sometimes I miss say. Oh, maybe I'll say. Hey, what did I gonna say? That's their phone. And it's saltwater. They don't have any like fly fishing stuff, which I wish I could bring myself to ask, but I go in there in hopes to ask, but then I don't. I'm not exaggerating. I'm very quiet in person. You wouldn't even know I was there, to be totally honest. Like, unless you heard my headphones, like, playing music. But I can never bring myself to ask for some reason. And I haven't been into many of the other tackle shops because they tend to close early, and out in the swamp it was hard to get to the coast before 6 p.m. seemingly. But there's a few good old ones, and going to try to take some footage or what have you, because more than happy to ship anything out too. There's a lot of local tackle there, and more than happy to ship anything out or try to recreate things, hey. But yeah, a lot of great stuff in that shop. And kind of traumatized myself with that head cement. And there, let me see the other. Oh, thank you, Jimmy Our Adventures. I just tie a swivel onto stop the clear bobber, and then tip it below with a fly. Would a tip it be essentially a leader? Please excuse my ignorance, but very much beginner. And gonna be using a bait caster, which I just tried to make the most affordable. And I got a longer rod than it would. Oh, I have my cart all packed. I need the cart so I can bring it all at once. Ah, oops. So it's 7 feet, and the pole itself was on sale, I believe, so it's very cheap, like 25 or something. And just got this with line because I figure this has the most movement. I have a really simplified combo, just like an Amazon beginner kit, and so was thinking baitcaster, was reading a lot in forums that baitcasters are more than suitable. So I just like, and it's gonna be targeting bait fish essentially, because I'm planning on starting to eat those. Like, and over the rocks, and the whole coast is full of rocks. And I went to kind of start to rig it up, and I could read something all day, but when I go to without like experience or oh my god. How many people do I'm simple, so that's I guess I'm gonna check. Stoked on the cast net though, because the point inlet, that like that so inlet intercoastal, and then there's like a slip with those big cement pillars. So much swims through there. It's like a like a shortcut. Jeez. And a bunch, and during low tide you can walk pretty far out there. That's one of the spots I thought might be good for the fly reel, because I know the beach, obviously plenty of room, but ever since seeing that roll cast, realized, oh, you can just do that anywhere. Like, you can stealthily fly fish, if you will, and just whipping it like so. Well, like, you have to just like at least this amount of freedom, but it doesn't need to be like an even plane. But a lot of spots. The one that I'm most stoked on is that spot that Coda and I passed yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. And Lantana Beach, east of the bridge, the main bridge, there's a small bridge in between Intercoastal and Ocean. There's a little waterway. And the two guys that were there were fishing for snook, and I totally forgot. That is, the season is now. And there's a lot of spots for them because they come into the waterways specifically to feed. And like you can tell like where they spend a good amount of time, because in these parts they'll be like grayish black, like brownish grayish black, like rotting coffee. The tippet for trout is attached to the end of the leader of her shoe. So, alright. Like, if I were to rig this, like, what would come after the line? I haven't used a baitcaster since I was a kid. I don't know what I'm doing. I just remember a lot of times earlier when forgetting to keep my thumb on it and getting a bird's nest. Same thing with the other ones. I don't know what that setup is called. Like this. This is an old one. But this configuration, like horizontal, I'm not sure what this is called. But this is oldie goldie. Big booty. No, what does it say? Upside down it says that. Excuse me. Dream City? Ocean City, jeez. Ocean City. Nice little valves. I like how thick the fibers are. I don't know what that material is. Is this fiberglass? I'm not sure. It yellows into this like kind of caramelly. The head cement bottle is just taunting at this point. Yeah, because I don't know what to do after this part. I am so off-center today. I think in my mind, all I can think of is tomorrow. And last time I had to wear like 2 pairs of leggings over a skirt and knee socks and I wish I was able to tell you how cold it is. Maybe tomorrow I'll look for the thermostat. Let me just put this on it so it doesn't fall through. Ooh. Just don't throw it from the docks at midnight. What it for? Oh! Ooh, what's the wildest thing you've pulled up with the cast net? Fly rods, not baitcaster, sorry. Oh shit. No worries. I am fixing to do that tonight. There's a few lovely diagrams I found online that like, oh, I also have, if I can't figure this out, I have some weighted floaters for castability, and probably just going to be like walking out near some of my like swimming rocks, favorite swimming rocks, which Phipps was one of the main beaches I wanted to go to because it is walking distance from here, but they're dredging from the inlet, so the excavation site is the like really dope swimming spot on the south jetty at Palm Beach Inlet, and like tons of just so much like huge brain coral. At least that's what it looked like years ago. I don't know if they've dredged since and before this last one, but all the sand that they pull out of the inlet, which they have to do, gets, I'm guessing, like everywhere and piles up in places, and then they could take that and put it elsewhere. Uh, like, so they're putting it at Phipps, and I'm really interested to get over there to see exactly how that's looking. But the inlet is really intense here because we've got Port of Palm Beach. It's not as big as Miami, Port of Miami, Miami Port. What is Miami's port called? But it's really, really, really neat. A lot of manatees during the winter go to the power plant, and the carnival, not carnival, Margaritaville passes through, so you'll be swimming. And there's a turning basin for cruise ships. It's just a really, really wild spot because we have the diving trail, so you have tons of tropical anything to look at beneath the surface. I mean, it feels like swimming in someone's like fish tank that they spent a good deal of money on, and there's so much life down there. But on top of that, you have Port of Palm Beach and massive cruise ships going by, and then the old Coast Guard station, JFK's bunker on Peanut Island, which Peanut Island is the little island. I'm guessing protects that area a great deal from the Atlantic, and it's quite wide there, and the Peanut Island's right there, and there's boilers underneath the surface, and they've become like fish havens. But my dad's friend knows where all the uh, like boilers. I'm guessing like some form of water tank. I don't know. Boilers, and there's a lot down there. If you look at the charts, it'll show you actually like the water, and you'll see all the wrecks. It's a line with 3 lines going through it. Those are wrecks, and tons in that area. A lot of stuff to see swimming, a lot of stuff to film, a lot of stuff to drop cameras over, and a lot of stuff to fish over. And there's a bunch of little of those islands. Unfortunately, that intercoastal is doo-doo brown, north and south, but right by that inlet is a pleasure center of everything good. Team Quack is Team Quack Attack gearing for it, and 75 degrees I think the water was yesterday, so it's got a little bit of ways to go. I just realized something. Huh! I'm gonna have to tie these old school by which I wanted to share eyelashes. I've seen people incorporate them into flies, but the people who make eyelashes, how they get those lashes to fan out, it's they like dip the fibers and then squeegee them and they fan out. But those like lashes, I guess, come in every color, and I was looking into that for yet another really easily come-buyable material that I can find locally, because there's a lot of beauty shops. Fly shops, not so much, but beauty shops everywhere. Squirrely, how you doing? What? Squirrely Outdoors is a very chill person. I never know why the messages get retracted, though. Needlefish. Holy. Holy. See, I've only seen like, well, okay, maybe. Because the new fish, like swimming, I guess they are quite big. They're really skittish, thankfully. Because I've seen videos. They'll swim right into your face. But super fast. I mean, I guess you wouldn't be that shaped if you weren't super fast. Like, they're fast-shaped fish. Excuse me. I really like barracuda. That's one thing I really want to try to make. Just been having a hard time like focusing. But you know. Caught a ton of it's furnished. I'm really excited. Port of Miami, alright. I appreciate that cone right ahead. And it's raining today, so raining and really windy, so it came in clutch, if you will. It's a little cold. A lot more sharks. I gotta thinking about making a so I don't know if anybody here knows Paul DeBill, but if you look at his channel, Paul DeBill, DABILL, his channel's Palm Beach County mostly, and a lot of footage under the piers and docks and just about everywhere, and a lot of drone footage too, and trying to make a thing for the camera, and he made one using weights and wire, and so gonna try to make one of those so I could drop the camera down and it actually stays, because around the piers it's quite rough. I don't think the camera will stay very well, but with some weight it will. And the other idea was making something with PVC pipe, but filling the PVC pipe maybe with cement, and or like the 90-degree couplings. I forgot what they're called. I'm glad my dad's in the way. I forgot what they're called. But those, put cement like in the corners and drill a bunch of holes in the pipes, just so it sinks and just kind of stays put, but not super heavy. Oh yeah, this thing is for sale. All this stuff is intact. I've been meaning to help my dad sell it for a while. Trying to keep it intact by getting it the heck out of here. No, just kidding. But really nice. And it's dual-sided. The other side is painted. Wow. So, Conrad, to be totally honest, I don't know how to fly fish. When the water is a little warm or what have you, and less rough because it is still pretty rough, and be able to give a go out there. I was in the swamp for the last few years, and just couldn't get in the water, and was just getting snagged. Zero experience. Spinning reels, and but setting up this super lightweight bait caster. Well, I don't know if it's super lightweight. I don't know what constitutes super lightweight, but trying to set this up to be able to walk out there. That's my plan currently, backed by minimal experience, but that is the plan thus far. And then eventually we'll get a saltwater setup, which I actually found one. I'm not sure, because I guess 2 months I've been living in my parents' house while my dad goes through treatment. So I am not the or I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not, yeah. So I found this for $89. But check it. 9 feet, 6 weight, saltwater setup. It comes spooled and everything. It's really just to learn the mechanics, because I'll spend a long time trying to find like locally or on eBay. But right now with the inability to focus and just like get out there, just been trying to find simple like everything in one. But people seem to be a little surprised by how decent it did. And again, I'll be going for sand perch with shrimp, hopefully, and like bait fish, essentially. That's the plan, anyways. And really trying to learn how to just acquire food more efficiently. So really want to learn as many styles of fishing as possible. And hoping to ask like people on piers while I'm on there. I for some reason can't get myself to ask people on the pier why but so I'm really thankful to be able to pop on here because they tagged contender objects and to be retagged. I believe they just got a photo or a video or something of the youngest great white. It's like just born. I was reading in the comments that the mothers produce a appetite suppressant, so they're less liable to eat their young. South Georgia, very nice. Flats fishing, very nice. More share on flood tides, wow. South Georgia is a total treat. Here's Southeast Florida, Palm Beach County. Dying to go to Flamingo, so really want to start camping at Peanut Island, or at least start like starting small and close. Because if you forget something vital, like it's not a big deal. And haven't done as much like camping as I'd like to, but there's Flamingo and it's out there, but there's like so many different landscapes, and it's so like it's one of the few expanses in Florida that I know of that are still around. Well, Comrade Smith, um, oh, sorry, Code Lock, um, and the way, um, so Southeast Florida on the Atlantic coast, yet like the main markets, because Publix kind of squashed any of like the small. I mean, we used to have butchers and seafood markets everywhere, but there's a few seafood markets like still around, but not the butchers. And so can't find a single Florida catch anywhere. Every now and then they'll have cobia, which is pretty sweet at Publix, but just at this Publix downtown. And it's just become near impossible. And I didn't realize how spoiled I was eating just Atlantic fish. Still get venison, still get a ton of venison. My dad's closest friend hunts and fishes prolifically, and they they just went turkey hunting in Mexico. Like, it's really sweet. And my childhood friend has a cattle farm, but um, as far as seafood, not really any ways to get it other than my dad. But I don't know if he'll be able to get back out there anytime soon. So I just one thing led to another, and I was like, I don't know why I haven't been fishing. Like, I grew up doing so, and it's kind of like peak human activity, and there's no seafood locally. And then Code brought his grandpa's flies down, and I was like, hey, what? I was packing up all my craft supplies and everything to make a fishing den, and because mental break, whatever. I'm on a new path. See, I come from the world of crafting and vintage clothing, so I was kind of lost in, lovely objects for a long time, but you can't really eat those. Oh yeah, no, not at all. My dad has throat cancer and lung cancer, but the spot in his lung was the size of a AA battery, or was it a AAA? I wrote the diameters down, but the chemo turned it into a donut, so that treatment will start after this one for his throat. It's just good that it wasn't spreading. It was a separate cancer, which ended up being good news. But yeah, that's he's got like a few discs in his spine that are totally shattered, so he's actually waiting for back surgery. And then all this came about. Whoa. Yeah, I brought that vise. This vise is really nice, but oh my gosh, that's like a tripwire. You just hit it once and it's like, phew. And I might like poke a hole in a bouncy ball and stick it on it, like a bright one, to visually see it. It's a, dang it, I forgot. It was only 35 bucks, brand new, on Amazon. Got that Gunnison River kit. Look how small this thing is. And I only got it because I found it used on eBay for really, really nothing. And I had none of my stuffs with me. That didn't do very well. To dry hooks on, I do want to get a bunch of these though, because Code's going to help me add contacts to them, like electrical contacts. And then put hooks on all of them, and they'll have different somehow. And then when you touch the hooks, it'll be like an organ synthesizer. That's the plan. Not losing my mind back here. Oh yeah, that cold was ancient. That was a medieval, and that wasn't a cold. That was a plague. I've never been that sick before. I have been. I buried. Jesus Christ. I can't even continue the story because that's just gonna sound so bad. I babysat. Oh dear. My dad gave him my Polly Pocket collection, okay? They're lucky they didn't get buried. I'm just kidding. Jesus. I love these people. They're from Louisiana. Best food I've ever eaten to this day. And really, really awesome people. Like a genuine joy to live behind. But I babysat their kids once and they had a cold. Tell me why I was hospitalized the next day with like strep throat, the flu, all the stuff at once. And they asked me if I was around any kids, and they were like, yeah, if you get a cold from a kid, it's like totally different. And they were like small, and I've never been that sick before. I just remember being in the van. My mom drove me to the hospital. I had to be put on fluids. Like, it was horrible. But they had this giant pot of something on the stove and it was delicious. I don't know what it was. It was a red saucy. It was so good. And they were like, can you just stir it like every 20 minutes? Gladly. I think that is brilliant. Swirly Outdoors. Briefcase is perfect for that. And there's a lot of little crafts that make kind of like travel kits because get pulled here quite a lot. Family stuff. And briefcases. I've been sleeping on the briefcase. That's brilliant. Oh, Conrad. Oh, yes, absolutely. Always accept mail also. And always more than happy to ship any of these. I can't get out as much as I'd like to. Not for probably another 4 weeks until like all the treatments and stuff subside. But well, maybe even sooner than that because now I got the cart. The cart was instrumental. It holds 4 poles and a ton of other stuff that I decide at the last minute I need to have on me. But the pier is right down the street in reality. Let me just turn on that coffee maker. Alright. My email is bruisedpeachvintage. I will put it in here. Probably should have spell checked that first. Yeah. I used to sell vintage. That was my very first. And I still do. I have too much of it. Which, trying to find more men's stuff. But I haven't been at many thrift shops. I can't do Goodwill anymore. Thankfully, there's a local one. Thrift Exchange. They're the best. They're just the best. They are what thrift stores are supposed to be. like human being, eclectic arrangement, and fascinating conversation. But Goodwill just like stifled all that, and you know, I didn't care for a long time. Like seeing Forever 21 is kind of like a fast fashion place. Stuff goes on sales like $2. It's very very cheap clothing. But that felt like $25 on a Forever 21 dress and like $2 on like a Halston jacket or something from the 70s. It made no sense. But it's just gotten to be a little. I think they just want to carry like modern clothes or something, and they don't carry jackets anymore. And yeah, yard sales are kind of the way to go, in my opinion. If you're after like old stuff. Yard sales and flea markets. Andrea's Bits, so it's very cool. Greece is a huge. I mean, I've probably have unlimited places to want to see in real life place, but Greece is one of them. The water looks perfect. Mediterranean, like anything on the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean is one body of water I must explore. Like that Mariah Carey song. But gosh, I'm like holding my own hands. Been through it. That let's see now. Oh, well, you know, a little bit. Got a little. My stomach's making sounds. I did have a massive bowl of chili before coming on. Here, just gotta grab a cup of coffee. And I think I'm gonna take a step back and probably tie something I know and love. A craft for bait fish. I've been wanting to remake the one, so Code's gonna be taking it out. I've made quite a few of them in different arrangements, but haven't been able to. So I mean, like it's bulking up, and I got a bunch of like sheets of just a bunch of things tied. Here's another one, and I just can't really test very much right now yet. Probably this one. Try to find the ones with the. Might have to send myself a picture. See, this one doesn't have as much flash on it, but I made to pull up the picture so I'm able to tie it as. Oh. Shoot, I might have to send it to myself. Dang it. Didn't think to do that before. Holy trucks. I really appreciate that. Wow. Sheep's head, really? That's something I haven't even read about once. Not even in passing. Oop. Holy. Yeah. Yeah, Code is literally just asking me that. And my grand idea was to make a sand fly and swim it swim it under, and then like bury the leader in the weight, kind of like a trap. Gonna be swimming anyway, so that's something else. Yeah, cannot forget to look, even just looking up sheep's head blurs. That is incredible. There's tons of sheep's head, tons. And I really like making the shrimps. Trying to get some lead dumbbell eyes. I've been just using big old bead chain, getting some of those like bead chain leader type things. They usually come on like great big saltwater hooks. Using those, but gonna be. I just don't know what weight is optimal, and it comes in so many sizes. Let me get this coffee real quick. I really appreciate, and please never hesitate. If there's anything at any of the saltwater tackle shops, I am right near a post office, and of course, I mean, still in the beginning stages of learning, but more than happy to try my hands at any pattern. And really been kind of flying blind these last few weeks. I just don't know what to focus on. Just my focus has been hijacked by the warm air and just dying to get out there. Like as soon as that water, I really can't wait. And I want to do some beach cleanups because every fiber of my existence is obsessed with this water, and I think I need to start giving back a little bit more. I'm gonna try to pull up anything that I passed, but it'd be nice to do like a group effort and then do some shoreline fishing and try to grill up anything and try some of these bait fish. They are delicious looking, some of them quite meaty, and not as many heavy metals. And I'm trying to learn also what constitutes like a reef fish, because I know there's that Centauria. Wow. Oh, that's New Orleans is such a spot. Really want to check out Destin here. Every time I get one of those coastal angler magazines, there's always some record being broken in Destin. Blackfly. I will be checking that out. Hello, Danny. I will be checking that out. I'm closest to Old Florida Fly Shop. That's in Boca. I really want to check out Boca. I really love the water there. It's like turquoise, like under Boca Inlet. Really indescribable blue. And I think the South Florida Fishing Report, I think they're based out of Boca. Get one thing. Oh shoot, I think this is dead. Red light, is this working? Have you swam under blue heron? It sounds like a silly question, cause I'm really taken back by blue heron. I kick myself every day for not knowing about it sooner. I just never swam under it. Peanut Island, but not. And what, that restaurant there, and then they have the art shows. Oh. Man, what is that called? Hold on. Restaurant, seafood restaurant near Blue Heron Bridge. Oh, I didn't know about that. Sailfish Marina. I don't know how I forgot. But I haven't seen a Goliath grouper in person yet, and that's like years worth of dreaming right there. Excuse me. All right. Boca's. They have that half-off sushi place too, so it's already worth like. I did not. This was. Hey, Sebastian Inlet is one of the only other places I know that you could camp, like overnight, with no issue. You have to reserve the spot months in advance. I'm not sure how the camping works at Peanut Islands, but I'm fixing to find out. Watertight buckets and paddleboards, it's very close. And just gotta go at low tide. It's just a lot easier because there's a turning basin. And I think they have it here. Yeah. Oh. Hold on. So there's Peanut Island. That's the old Coast Guard station. And there's, I guess, a bunch of crazy stuff in here. And the surface of the ground sand at the bottom of this water, and here is where the boilers are apparently, and here is where my dad dropped a bottle of Jack Daniels a few like weeks after I was born. Him and his friends swam to Peanut Island from here, and so I wanted to drag cameras and stuff to find it. It has to still be there. And there's that turning basin I love to say so much in the Port Palm Beach, right there. You'll hear, and then a big old boat goes by out into the ocean. Well, yeah, Singer Island. Really nice swimming and beach here. And whoop, that's Blue Heron Bridge. That's the East Bridge. Way more fascinating, in my opinion. Well, the bridge is small and short, so it's really dark and eerie. Huge grouper lived down there. And spadefish, tons and tons of spadefish. Same here, and it gets a lot deeper under the big bridge, obviously. To be honest, I haven't had the balls quite yet. We'll get there. More the merrier. Like, trying to drag people into the swimming adventures, so, like, you know. Like, everyone should experience this spot, but be, it's a little self-serving. I power in numbers. I want to see. I want to get farther out. And over here, the Sailfish Marina is over here somewhere. Like here. Okay, Cannon Sport. I don't remember what I meant by that, but it's here. So, and the spoil areas. Track cameras all over everything. Alright, it's gonna be perfect. There's so much down there. And if you look at the ENC viewer on the, like, to look at the charts, it'll have so much more. Like, this hardly has any wrecks it shows. So many more on the, oh, the other one. And the ceiling has leakage. This is a very old house though. Like, the third generation, I guess. Like, my mom was raised in this house. So, shoot, there was something else that I wanted to just show. What was it? Oh yeah, these things. Like the line with the 3 lines, those are wrecks. So you can see a lot of boats down there you can take videos of. A lot of them are in, you know. This is sandbar though, so you can see all these. It's pretty. It's a neat spot. And same thing with Jupiter Inlet, was probably a little bit more interesting because they have Cato's Bridge and it just stayed super clear for super long. Oh, and on the other side of the bridge, weird, a lot farther than it looks. It's not even on the map. But there's a little Munyon Island that has structure, like big stone archway from, I forgot what building was on it. There was a house or something on this little island in the intercoastal. Really nice. Oh, also, if anybody is on Facebook, Lefty Cray's daughter, Victoria Cray, is selling some of his flies and tools still. And you get a certificate and everything. I finally have my folder with me. Just poked myself good. But and this is the bobbin. Very near and dear. I am his daughter. She's really, really, not only really friendly and, like, easy to talk to, but really interesting in her own way. She's a writer. And, I know that would be, really nice to be able to share pictures and links. Like, links, for some reason, are blue and clickable sometimes. I can't figure out what makes them blue and clickable. That's the Dream Conrad. There is, or should I say comrade? No, just kidding. Yeah. I'm kicking myself for not, like, just existing out there. Lake Worth Lagoon I kind of envision as my future front yard. And, met some really cool people that live in this tiki. It was for sale, listed, and I was like, huh. I've been staring at this, calling it my future home for, like, ever. So I asked, like, can you, like, rent to own it? Would that be an option? And then they were like, like, yeah, we're actually gonna try to keep it. Really, they're just like fighting with the city to stay. It's a 2-story tiki like cabin in the intercoastal like lagoon, in between Peanut Island and Phil Foster Park or Blue Heron Bridge. And Code actually went out with me and to meet them, and what a treat. They're just you know, a whole family, like kids voting around, a living room, they're just in there watching TV. It was amazing. Like you could see the ocean in the slats. Incredible. Well, she's on Facebook Run. If you look up the best for Lefty Cray, on Facebook, it's a group, and it's Victoria Cray herself selling. I mean, she shares pictures too of his closet, his workroom, just absolute like stacks and stacks of things, and she's raising money for medical bills for a family member, and really, really nice. I was saving up and actually making payments for either a bobbin or a fly, and because they're, they're not like wholesale. They're collector's items, and and a lot of people here, I'm sure, is like absolute human history, but like American history, and it'd be really sick to get like the Lefty's Deceivers and Clousers Minnows back in like all the saltwater shops, cause yeah, and the Keys, I'm sure, but here there's nothing. But the best for Lefty Cray, and she's one of the nicest people I've ever had a random conversation with, and able to ask like what music he listened to. It's just wild. And he dated Patsy Cline for a second, before or after the war. I have to check back. Sometimes I get too shy. I'm like, I forget, like right away, because I was like mind blown the whole time. Uh, Really, really, really neat. Just seeing the pictures alone. I have like 200 pictures saved on my phone from that group alone, just because a lot of them could retie and try, especially the saltwater ones. I've been saving as many pictures as I can, and his work group is just really cool. And like I like Lefty Cray because like as a total beginner, information is easy to flood yourself with, and his books are very just like the actual, like the data, if you will, and no fluff or like distractions or like storyline, which is gonna be lovely for the next stage. But for now, it's just been pretty much a solid go-to for saltwater fly fishing. And again, gonna be using a bait caster for now until one day I'll find surely like some locals that engage or have experience to learn from, but you know. But the boat in the back, my dad's boat, is 21-foot aqua sport. Really all you need for this like intercoastal. And you know, I was born after the '88 deadline, so I still have to get a boat license. And but that, I think, it just needs batteries and like make sure all the hoses are good and like a general checkup and good to go. But dying to take that up there. It's nice and lightweight. We got stuck on sandbar after sandbar on the west coast. I think that's the last time I was on it with them. And plenty of little freshwater spots to flush it out. So I really like the whole experience here with it, it makes it really easy. Get to enjoy 2 spots. And I have a whole nother outlook on Lake Osborne. I didn't realize it was such a celebrated spot. To me, it's, I mean, there's good parts to it, and there's, like, parts that you need to exercise the buddy system, because it could get sketchy really quick. Like, and McMillan Park is the nicest part. It's a little, like, park on a little island on the lake. But Rest in Paradise, someone deleted themselves on the biggest tree, and it's just, like, really well known. So there's that. On top of it, it's always empty. And it's a park. It has a playground and everything. There's usually, like, a full-grown man on the side ready to engage in commerce, or free trade, if you will. And a lot of cans and paper bags, little brown paper bags. That's McMillan Park. But it's an excellent spot when you have, like, more than 2 people with you, because it's... Someone should use it to film something, is all I'm saying. That's what I prefer squirrely outdoors, is a vise with a weighted base. This is my first one, finally grabbed it. This suited me just well, so I think I'm gonna switch back to this, and it's just so much worth it, because this thing, yeah, but that's about the same height, yeah, so it's not even, this could extend, and it was, but I did put it down more. Oddly enough, to the exact height as the one I started with. That's kind of, but yeah, this one, I still, my nerves are still reeling from that spell. One percent for the planet. What does that mean? What does that mean? 1% for the planet. 1% for the planet? Just made me think of accelerationism. That freaks me out so much. Alright. Anywho, I think I'm going to relieve some stress by, like, opening the door and, like, staring at the rain or something. You know, classic stress relief. Because, yeah, it was like, I don't know, all kinds of worked up. I need to, like, take a walk or something. And tomorrow's getting really close, and I have no idea what 3 outfits I'm gonna wear at once. It's so cold. It's freezing. And I don't have pants. I have 1 pair of pants, but not doing that again. They design pants for women so you are not able to sit unless, like, sitting is like pulling them down. I have some old jeans, but they're a little too big, so I feel like an ostrich when I wear them. They're very good for, like, walking around in bushes, but because they're thick, like, when materials still, now denim just kind of vaguely looks like denim, and has so much elastic in it that the dryer starts to ripple it, and it's I'm beginning to realize that this is a passion. No, but for real, I have no idea what I'm gonna wear to stay warm tomorrow, so I think that I have a, I have a, I do have a skirt from Scotland comprised of wool, so that might be it. Sweet. And I have like 60 sweaters of arranging sizes, so I put them together kind of like nesting dolls. And then it makes like a jacket and just kind of like take them all off at the same time. Because you have to as soon as you exit the building because it's Southeast Florida. And oh boy, it's so cold though. And there's a side door, but it says for authorized personnel only. Big glass door. And I could just like walk out of that anytime you needed to warm up or get some sun. But I don't know. Hopefully there's some more duck feathers or something. And that canal did not look like it was worth like touching, to be totally honest. Because it's like, my dad was like, oh, you should bring the pole because there's a canal back there, right? I was like, bless his heart, he didn't see the canal. But so skip on that. It is relatively walking distance to the campgrounds though. That does have a nice big old spot. Fish will probably eat scraps, so probably liable to bite on anything. I remember my favorite time came from there forever ago. Probably like 92, 94 years ago. Fed past the statute of limitations. I didn't do it. I just observed. Anyway, this kid was feeding the gator there because the gator just like was there all night. So before we went to bed, I was like getting rid of all the scraps. And he was feeding this gator marshmallows dipped in the steak blood because made a bunch of beef and like foil packet on this oil drum. I had an oil drum from this West Palm Beach shop called the Glue Factory, and local glue shop. They have everything for your adhesive needs. I'm talking everything. Marine grade, land-based grade, food grade, probably, I'm sure, and 50-gallon drums. I don't know if they still have those, but you used to be able to buy them, and I forgot who cut it in half, but it was a girl for over a decade straight, and people, when they picked me up, they would have to they'd have to pick up this half an oil drum too. But I tell you what, everyone was fed at all times. With the produce markets, you could get a ton of food for next to nothing. So I really want to get back to that. That was like peak life enjoyment, and it was so simple. And yeah, and so really want to practice camping here, finding a spot that you could camp, fish, and cook. So it doesn't have to be a fire, it could be a Coleman grill, but that, and then I could start moving to farther places like Flamingo or the Keys, and then I could start doing up north in the summertime, whatever their hottest months are, to find the creeks with the gold in it. So fishing, camping, cooking, sifting for gold. That's what I'll be doing for the rest of my entire life. I'm fine with that. I just, this planet is so big and every inch of it is beautiful, especially when you get out of like the staticky areas where the people are yelling, and like head to the docks where the people are yelling, but other things like fish on or no or ooh, like a huge difference. Like, and so that's my mission. and Code's got keys down. I just gotta do better at finding a van. We're looking for a van to start getting out. Code has a Mustang and I have an e-bike. Yes, exactly. Connor Trout. I long to see one in person. They don't even pop into mind yet because I've just never seen. We have sea trout, and but the proper freshwater. I've never seen a fish quite so beautiful. Granted, they could have pretty silly faces, just like a barracuda or something, majestic beasts. But then it's like, but um, the their print is just a really beautiful thing, and I think it was called cutthroat or something. Just like the varieties is just endless. And that's a really intense way to put it. And yeah, I can't really think of the two fish color-wise here that I think is just incredible is peacock bass. They're not native here. They were introduced to try to combat the I don't know if specifically mine cichlid or like cichlids in general, but mine cichlid. And that people really appreciate peacock bass and they like it here, so they're like a welcome non-native. They're not invasive, they're non-native. And their coloring is just sublime. And then for saltwater would probably be the mahi-mahi or dolphin fish. That yellow into green, really nice. A lot of the saltwater ones will be like silvery and bluish. Really, I think it's wahoo that has that ripply, like incredible. But as far as like bright colors, that just and just super juicy colors to be frank. Mahi mahi is really pretty. Really unique shaped fish too. I see those clown knife fish, which I don't know why people don't talk about those. Well, I'm sure they do, or more often, and I just don't. I'm not on that side of the internet, but that's the craziest looking thing. If I pulled that out of the I wish I didn't know about it, because if I pulled that out of the water, I would die laughing. It would be manic. I like snook. As far as like pretty fish, like when you see it, you're like those. And I think they kind of remind me of pigs in a way, because they have this bottle face. Yeah, really pretty, like a little dolphin. Oh, oh, sturgeon probably. I've never seen a sturgeon, but anytime I see a picture, like I look at it for a long time. Sturgeon, they're like, I mean, everyone knows sturgeon, but like armored dolphins, like armored dolphin gator fish. That's a cool. That's a really nifty. They're just so nice. Like that's surreal. That would blow my mind. And there's sturgeon farms in Miami, I believe. I don't know if that's the kind of thing you're allowed to visit, but I mean, Field trips go all kinds of places. I'm starting to realize I could just call the places and just be like, can I see? That's wild. Like, that is not real. Sturgeon. That's just the craziest thing. Oh. That is a perfect image. That is the most perfect image. Alright. I gotta relax a little bit. Alright, I gotta save that actually. Somehow. Uh-oh. Mike died. So, on that note, gotta skedaddle. And, but I will say, if anybody happens to still play Call of Duty, it's the only thing I know how to play. And, to be totally frank. And, it's cross-console and it's live. That's pretty much the only thing I look for, I guess, in a game. And, look for in a game. It's just really the only game I've even tinkered with. It says oranges for oranges. But, fixing to hop on there for a little bit, because if I don't sleep before 1-ish, I am screwed. Gotta be there at 8:15 in the morning to freeze. And this time, they're not leaving us in a corner for a whole hour. If they want us there early, they better, like, want us there early for a reason. Last time, we got there an hour early and we left an hour later, and we weren't even talked to until, like, an hour after we would have already gotten there. Let's hope that wasn't an accident. Just kidding. I don't know if this, the Warzone, is that on the, oh shoot, it's unplugged. I have to unplug the lights to plug it in. Warzone, oh, okay. It is picking up audio. Sometimes it glitches it out and the audio never, or something happens to the audio sometimes. But the sturgeon are here and be here. They're in fresh water. Ooh, Ultima Hot. Oh no, Warzone. I was just thinking, if it was on the, like, what would you call that? Like the homepage where there's all the different Call of Duties. I have Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and I don't know much about it at all. And I've heard Warzone. I gotta plug it in. But on PS4, if that helps. Because there's a few different ones on that homepage. I just, like, wish I knew more. I still haven't played ranked. I tried a few times, but I couldn't figure out how, I couldn't figure out how to deploy the parachute, and it all happened real fast. But Battle Royale and there's crazy. I'll see if Warzone is on it. I've seen that name a lot. To be totally honest, I use the quick games, and I don't really deviate very far from that. And only recently started playing, or like trying to use the map in the corner. I move mad slow, but
It's nice to have something that's like fast-paced and adrenaline, I guess, offering that you could do at a desk for a few minutes, and love the heck out of that beta. Work early tomorrow morning. Oh, I really appreciate that, Conrad. Yeah, I'm fixing to hop off right now. Because I probably will try to get up around way earlier because I can't just wake up and walk out the door and go to that room 4 hours. I have to stay awake because I gotta move the thing around. Because if I did, I would probably just curl up in a corner and sleep. But happy trails, Conrad, and always never hesitate. And here every weekday, so always here. Yeah, and if you ever tinker to run on Modern Warfare 3, the every now and then I'll pop on stream for it, but I don't know. I always wanted to try to make like a little like a radio cast, I guess, but I don't know. I can't. Yeah. And then the live portion, I just keep it muted now. No one says anything anymore. It used to be like chaotic and like, but it was fun because it was chaotic and like but no, now it's just like dead silence. It's radio silence. But every now and then you'll hear like someone's background, but hardly any words spoken. I guess if just get banned now or something. I don't know. But I like the hell out of it. And long to make a team. I've just never strategized it with like you could like take over an area and like help someone get the. I only seen the nuke once, or then it was very thrilling. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't ask myself very many questions. If I like something, I just like it. And oh, no, happy trail. I'm gonna unplug all this and have some, yeah, like 2 hours of super good fun, super good fun party in the USA. Then straight back to reality. Really good weekend. Yeah, nobody speaks to me. Yeah, and I was like, I feel like people need that like crave like I don't know. It's just it will be missed. I'm glad I at least got to experience the very tail end of, you know, like watched like shorts in here, like, but not like now. But, never know. Actually, maybe they'll change. Like things are in a weird limbo right now to begin with. Like I feel like entertainment-wise, at least. Oh yeah, have a beautiful rest of the evening, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully, will be fewer spills. Yeah, no big deal. If any patterns, I'm flying blind. I can't think at all. Too much moving around. As soon as like a freshly painted white room with padded wall, no, but so I'll first no distractions and gonna be tailored to one use. So also minimal spills should be happening there too. I can't wait. Stoked on that. It's real stoked on that. Happy